Hello there and welcome to my brand spanking new YouTube channel. I'm Maria and this is Arty Hearty Life, where I hope to show that getting arty and getting hearty can enhance your life. I painted a tribute to the work of the wonderful Vincent van Gogh. It's a mashup of his sunflowers and Starry Night paintings. A Starry Night is one of my favourite paintings of all time and I just love painting it. As this is the very first time that I've made a video from start to finish, I know that I have a lot to learn and will be able to make plenty of improvements in the future. That said, I am quite proud of myself for managing not to knock the tripod too many times. About half a dozen in the course of 4 to 5 hours. Not bad, I think. And for getting to grips with the basics of the editing process and software. At this point, I must give a shout out to Jazza from the channel Draw with Jazza and Justin from Primal Video for great tips and inspiration. Thank you guys. While I am at it, let me also give a shout out to Jane Font of the channel Painting with Jane and Cinnamon Cooney, the Art Sherpa. These lovely ladies' art channels have taught me so much since I started on my painting journey just over a year ago. Thank you, ladies. This is the first time I have recorded myself painting, so have a few little issues to work out, such as where to place the camera and tripod for starters. I had it set up to my left, thinking that it would avoid my hand obscuring the view of the brush on canvas. This turned out to be slightly awkward as it was quite tricky reaching across my body to the left-hand side of the canvas. I did dance around the tripod a bit at times, but painting the sunflowers in particular was very difficult and not as successful as I would have liked at such awkward angles. Additionally, it took a bit of experimentation along the way to get the shot set up to my liking, and I'm not even sure that I'm totally happy with the final setup. I ended up trying out different backdrops to the shot as I went along. Then, during editing, I decided to crop out as much as possible to get a cleaner overall look to the video. It has all been a very interesting process and I have made mistakes, learned lessons and, dare I say it, even made improvements within the process of producing my very first video. Now I am really excited to get to work on the next one, which will probably be a drawing video. Either the design of my avatar/logo or some Pokemon fan art, which may well end up being a painting as well. We'll have to see. What do you think though? Which would you prefer to see next? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. I will be doing both at some point, but still haven't decided which should be next, so it would be great to hear from you guys. On that subject, I have about a dozen projects in various early stages of planning. When I say early stages, for most of them, this means I've got as far as writing the ideas on a big whiteboard. Future projects for this channel include paintings, drawings, my first foray into animation, art on pottery, general arty stuff and miscellaneous arty features, and much more. I also hope to feature some of my son Jake's artworks. He's 9 years old and a constant source of inspiration to me. He displays way more imagination, confidence and talent than I can, and I just love showing off his work. He might even agree to chat about them for you. You never know your luck. Speaking of luck, if you happen to live in the South London or Surrey areas, you might be interested in coming along to one of the paint nights that I will be running in the new year at Made in Sutton. Made in Sutton is a pottery studio in Sutton and a great venue for arty activities. A paint night makes for a great night out, especially if you come along with a friend or a few. Sunflowers in the Window on a Starry Night is one of the pieces that will be available for you to paint yourself with full tuition in painting techniques and colours. It's a great way to get a taste of painting in a fun and informal environment. All materials are provided and you get to take home your very own masterpiece. Other pieces on offer at paint nights will include a Starry Night over Paris and a Starry Night over London, both of which are inspired by Vincent's Starry Night, and also Vince's Cafe Terrace at night. I also paint on pottery. Actually, I'll paint on anything. If it keeps still long enough, I'll paint on it. And if it won't keep still, I'll hold it down and paint on it. Actually, that's not quite true. I let the parents do the job of holding them down. So anyway, there will also be pottery paint nights where you can paint these pieces on plates, jugs, vases and platters. Again with full tuition and all materials provided. Your painted pottery is then professionally glazed and fired at the studio for collection about a week later. So, back to this painting. I was also inspired by the release of the Loving Vincent film, which I can't wait to go and see. From the trailers, it looks absolutely stunning. You may have heard of it or even seen it, but if you haven't, it's about the life of Vincent van Gogh. But the way it was made is just incredible. The whole film was filmed in the usual way with actors and so on, but then they took each frame, all 65,000 of them, and between them 125 artists hand-painted each frame on a canvas. So the whole resulting film is actually a feature-length animation of oil paintings. It's just so innovative. I love the whole idea. Have any of you seen this film? I say that as if I assume more than one person will watch this video. I sure hope so though. Anyway, if you have seen Loving Vincent, what do you think? Do make use of the good old comments section to tell me. What do you think of the concept and how it turned out? Oh, and how do you think this video is turning out? Any constructive comments will be most welcome. Tell me what you like about it, what you don't like, what I've done well, and what I need to work on. And if you yourself are a video or filmmaker or editor, I would definitely appreciate any advice or tips that you may have. This is all very new to me and I really hope to get much better at it, so I need all the help I can get. I certainly need to get faster. It took me 2 days to edit 4.5 hours of footage, and I spent another 2 whole days cropping, tidying and adding in other pictures and stuff. Then another half a day on the audio. I should speed up as I get more familiar with the software and the steps in the process though. Fingers crossed. So now we're getting towards the end of the painting. Wow, that seems to have gone a lot quicker than I remember. Gosh, imagine if you could speed paint in real life. Well, I guess some people actually do, although not quite this quickly perhaps. Anyway, all in all, this painting took me about 4 hours, some of which turned out to be an unnecessary waste of time. The cypress tree blocked by the vase of sunflowers, for example. But I'm confident that we will be able to paint it in 3 hours on a paint night. This one was on a 20 by 16 inch canvas, but I will give it another go on a 16 by 12, which I think may be a better proportion for this composition, showing more of that fabulous windy sky. Would you be interested in seeing a longer video with the whole process narrated? I think you know where the comments section is by now. So, finally, I would like to thank you all for watching, especially if you've got this far. If you enjoyed seeing my first venture as a YouTube content creator, please hit that good old like button and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Every single like and subscribe matters, especially in these early days, so I really appreciate each and every one. Also, please tell your friends and anyone else you know who is even vaguely interested in anything arty. Hey, even tell those who aren't, but might be willing to show their support for my endeavours. If you want to make sure you don't miss my next upload, you can hit the little bell icon to receive a notification when it goes live. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. And don't forget to be arty, be hearty for life. Bye for now.